Hey guys, what's up? It's Stephanie. I'm back and I have another video for you guys this week. So one of the questions that I had was about volunteering. So what type of volunteering is accepted in PA schools? What type of volunteering should you do? So I will be discussing that in this video. Talk to you guys soon. Alright guys, so what type of volunteering should you do if you are interested in PA school? And also I'm going to discuss what type of volunteering I had. So in my perspective and my experience and from talking to other applicants, the type of volunteering that you have or experience that you have volunteering does not matter as long as you have volunteering. And it's like they always say, the more the merrier. So definitely if your application is lacking in a certain area, then definitely you want to get a lot more volunteer hours. Now, what type of volunteer hours do you need or should you get? Now, for this, like I said, it doesn't matter at all. You can volunteer at a homeless shelter. You can volunteer, for example, my volunteering experience, it was at a dental clinic. For those of you who may not know, before I decided to do pre-med or pursue PA, I wanted to become a dentist. So most of my volunteer experience is in dentistry. So my volunteer experience was I volunteered for about 2 years. We're at it's called San Antonio Christian Dental Clinic. So it was a dental clinic that offered free services to the underserved areas of San Antonio. So we had a lot of homeless patients that would come in, a lot of patients that didn't have any medical insurance. So I, for example, was in charge of checking them in, checking them out. And also I translated for those patients that did not speak English. So I did this for 2 years, and this was not, I didn't have to do anything with PA or medicine. It was healthcare and it was dentistry, so I was able to count these hours towards my patient care experience. Another thing that I did is that I volunteered for the Team Mom ADA. So it's a Texas Mission of Mercy for the American Dental Association. They came down here and they come down almost every year, so I volunteered for these events and I served as a translator. And once again, it was for dentistry. They offered free dental services to the underserved areas of San Antonio, people that don't have insurance, and I served as a translator again. So I was able to use these hours for my volunteer service. I had also signed up for serving at a home that takes care of children that don't have any homes, and shelter home. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to do as many hours as I wanted to due to my busy work schedule. But for example, this is a great also opportunity to do volunteer service in areas like this, home shelters. So it doesn't matter where you do your volunteer service as long as you have some type of volunteer work. The schools want to see that you're able to work with your community, that you want to give back to them. And because that's going to say a lot about you as a future PA, that you're going to be able to work with these committees in the future and you're going to be able to want to work with them. The school I applied to, which is the one I'm attending right now, the reason why I wanted to attend it was because it was located in an area that was underserved with a lot of it is Hispanic communities, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to work with these Hispanic communities. And it's interesting because during my first semester of PA school, we had a lot of opportunities to do community service. And I was able to do some of them. Now, I was not able to do all of them. I wish I would have been able to do a lot of them. But it's interesting because my professor had made this comment. She said, most of you said that you wanted to work with underserved areas, etc. And, this is a great time to be able to do it in PA school. So it doesn't stop once you're in PA school. In PA school, you're going to have a lot more opportunities. For my first semester, during PA week, which I was able to participate in, we worked with our university. We set out in front of the PA department and we informed students what a PA was. So it's really interesting how a lot of students don't know what a physician assistant is. And so we were able to inform them, also tell them a little bit more about our program, what PAs do, etc. And also for the breast cancer awareness, which is also in October, I was able to volunteer to do this. And I myself and other classmates were able to talk to students about the importance of checking especially females, you know, yourself, your breasts, to see if you find any lumps, and not only females, even males. So it was really interesting, and I really loved teaching other students at the university about the importance of self-breast exams, especially for breast cancer. So I thought this was really, really, really awesome. And you know, there was also another opportunity which I wasn't able to do. It was for Thanksgiving, where all my class, we were giving families in the valley, from the valley, that are underserved and they weren't able to afford a Thanksgiving, so we bought items, and so my classmates had the opportunity to go and deliver those items to the families. Unfortunately, I was not able to do that. I wish I would have been able to do that. But what I'm trying to say is that, you know, volunteering doesn't not stop once you start PA school. You'll have a lot more opportunities also in PA school. But to answer the question, what type of volunteer opportunities should you do? It really doesn't matter. You know, it's really up to you what you're interested in. My sister, she loves animals, and she wants to become PA. And you know, you can also volunteer at a vet clinic, and she was definitely looking into that. So do something that you feel is going to fulfill you, that's going to make you happy, whether it is working with underserved areas, whether it is working, for example, I know some of my classmates in my class, they actually went overseas to underserved countries, and that's where they did their volunteer service, which is awesome. I wish I would have been able to do that. So, you know, there's so many ways to be able to do volunteer service. What I did is that I Googled and I signed up for volunteer areas, and whenever there was a need, then I would definitely sign up or send them an email and just inform them that I was interested in volunteering. Also, another thing that I also volunteered was for building homes also. So we built shelters for Habitat for Humanity, built homes for here in the areas of underserved San Antonio. So that was also a great experience that I was also able to add to my application. And then I also want to say that, you know, if you have a diverse amount of volunteer service, if you've done volunteer service in different areas, then that's fantastic, and it's going to look even better on your application. You know, if you are interested in medicine, there's so many opportunities doing volunteer service at the hospitals. I know my hospital, we had a lot of, especially when it came down during the summertime, we had a lot of students that were volunteering with us, and they were awesome because they were able to help us change beds, wheel patients into their cars, wheel patients out of their cars, wheel patients up to the floors, to their rooms, to their beds. So there's a lot of opportunities, and it's definitely up to you to what you're interested. From what I know of PA schools, specifically my program was not very picky when it came down to what type of volunteer service you had. One of my classmates was actually saying that she was able to volunteer for a hospice, which I thought was really fantastic. And she had such a great experience. She learned a lot, how to be able to deal with these patients, and she was able to be with them at their last moments. So I thought that was a really great experience. I wish I would have done something like that. Hopefully in the future, if I do have time, I want to be able to do something like that. But that shows that there's so many opportunities to do volunteer work, and it doesn't have to be something specific. So I hope this answered your question, and like I said, the more the merrier. If you have a diverse amount, that's even better, guys. And just do something that you enjoy to do, whether it's working with underserved areas, whether it's working with animals, just something that shows that you want to be able to work with your community, that you're able to give your time to others in need. So yeah. So I hope this video was helpful, and like I said, I hope this answered your questions. If you have any questions or comments for me, or feedback even, just comment below. If you have a question for me personally, just feel free to email me, or you can shoot me a message on Instagram. I have it also below. Alright guys, well thanks for watching my videos, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.